After 8 years of marriage, I found out that I am not the biological father of our daughter. But my wife's reaction shocked me even more. Hello, Reddit. My name is Mark, and today I'm sharing a part of my life with you that will probably change everything I once considered my own. I'm 36, and I've been married for 8 years to a woman named Sarah. Together, we're raising a 5-year-old daughter, Emily. I always thought that, despite life's challenges, I had something real and invaluable, our family. But this week, that belief shattered into pieces. I've always been an ordinary guy from a working-class family. I've worked since I was 18, doing everything from truck driving to furniture assembly. Life hasn't been easy on me. I've never had real financial stability, and each new crisis seemed to hit me harder. But everything I did was for Emily. The first time I saw her, holding her in my arms, I knew I was ready to do anything for her. With every year, I became more attached to her, building a real family nest for us, me, Sarah, and Emily. I wanted to protect her from all the hardships I had faced in my own life. Last week, I met up with an old friend, and he jokingly mentioned DNA tests. "Gotta be sure, brother," he laughed. I probably wouldn't have thought twice about it if he hadn't said that. But his words stirred something inside me, a worry I couldn't shake. It felt almost like paranoia, though I was embarrassed to admit it. After talking with him, I decided to take a DNA test for Emily, thinking that it was all in my head. But when I got the results, my world collapsed. I found out that I'm not her biological father. When I saw the numbers and the data confirming my worst nightmare, it felt like I had been stabbed in the heart. Everything I'd held sacred and untouchable suddenly lost all meaning. I stared at the results for hours, numb, because it meant that my whole life had been a lie. All those moments, feeding her at night, taking her to the playground after a long day at work, they all suddenly felt hollow. I decided that I had to tell Sarah. She's my wife, the person I trusted with my life. I thought that after hearing this news, we'd either try to understand what happened, or at the very least, she'd show some emotion, maybe even regret. I wasn't prepared for her reaction. When I showed her the results, she didn't even look surprised. Her face remained impassive. She just looked at me and said, "It doesn't matter. You've always been her father, and that's all that matters." I guess I was expecting something entirely different. Her words cut me even deeper than the test results themselves. To me, it did matter, a lot. But she dismissed it, like it was unimportant, almost trivial. How could someone say something like that so casually? This wasn't just betrayal. It felt like my entire life had been lived on someone else's terms. I felt completely broken. I stood there, feeling as if the world was collapsing beneath my feet, while she calmly told me that biology changes nothing. That's when I realized, she's hiding something from me. But now, I don't even know who she truly is or what else she might be keeping behind that calm exterior. I decided I can't just leave things as they are. She needs to know that this matters to me, that this is more than just a formality. But now I'm wondering if I even know who I am anymore. Reddit comments throwaway 927. "Man, this is terrifying. I never thought something like this could happen. I feel for you. I can't even imagine how you're dealing with it." Reality Check 900. "Your story shocked me. No one should have to go through that. She should have told you the truth from the start." Parenting Warrior. "No one can replace you as her father, regardless of biology. But her reaction is alarming. This isn't normal." Heartbroken Dad. "It's tough to read this, but it's reality. Maybe talk to a lawyer to figure out what your next steps should be. I'm sorry for what you're going through." Hello again, Reddit. If you think I felt any better after my first post, let me be honest, it's only gotten worse. In the days following my talk with Sarah, I felt like I was in a fog. I slept only a few hours each night, going over her words again and again, trying to find any sense in all of this. 2 days ago, on October 14th, I sat at the kitchen table with a cup of cold coffee. Haven't had a hot one in days. It was around 6 a.m., and the house felt especially empty. Sarah and Emily were still asleep, and I was trying to figure out what my life looked like now. At 36, I suddenly realized that I'd been deceived for years, and it broke my heart. It was hard to wrap my mind around the fact that the person I trusted with everything could not only lie but react so dismissively when I found out the truth. I had hoped for at least an apology, some kind of empathy, or regret for what she had done. But no. Her cold response not only made me angry, but also left me feeling completely mistrustful. Now I had no peace of mind, and every conversation with her felt filled with hidden meanings, as if she had lived by her own rules, without thinking about how it would affect me. I started recalling moments from our life together that now seemed suspicious. I remember back in 2018 when I worked 2 jobs, construction during the day and security at night. Sarah would often say she felt lonely and that we barely saw each other, so I tried to make it up to her. I didn't think anything hidden was going on, I just wanted to make her happy. But now, everything looks different. I feel like I was living in an illusion, and my world fell apart in an instant. Yesterday, October 15th, we talked again. I asked her directly, "Sarah, did you know Emily isn't mine? Did you understand that I've been living a lie?" She looked at me with that cold stare, and I didn't see regret in her eyes, just some kind of unshakable resolve. "You've always been the best father to her," she said. "Biology doesn't matter, Mark. Emily loves you, and that's what's important." But how am I supposed to understand that when every day, I feel like I've been betrayed? I didn't know what to say. On one hand, I love Emily as if she were my own daughter, but on the other, I can barely call Sarah my wife now. It's like a nightmare paradox. I've lost everything I thought was mine, but at the same time, I'm still bound to be a father to a child who isn't biologically mine. This feeling just drains me. Today, I didn't go to work. I sat in the car outside our house and stared at the rearview mirror, trying to figure out who I am now. I no longer see the guy from 8 years ago, who was ready to do anything for his family. My strength has vanished, and I'm not sure if I'll ever get it back. One question remains that I can't answer. How long has she been hiding this from me? And does she even understand the pain I'm feeling? Fictional Reddit comments _lost_and_confused_98. Man, I can't even begin to process this. It sounds like you've just lost everything that mattered. Maybe try finding someone for support, or even professional help. Hang in there. _one day at a time _89. I know it's hard, but you have to think about Emily. You love her, and she's innocent in all this. Sarah's behavior, though, is harsh. Father first. Brother, right now, it's important to find something that brings meaning to this chaos. It sounds like Sarah is taking advantage of your kindness. _cold breeze _92. Your story is gut-wrenching. Her indifference almost feels worse than the lie itself. I feel for you. Hope you find a way forward. Hello again, Reddit. The last few days have been filled with thoughts and doubts as I try to piece together everything about our family over the years. Since my conversation with Sarah, I feel like I was blind to so many things that now seem glaringly obvious. I keep going over it in my head, realizing that I no longer know who I can trust. Yesterday, October 18th, I decided to take a day off and revisit places that once held special meaning for me. I went to Lakewood Park first, the same park where Sarah and I used to spend almost every weekend before we got married. Back in 2013, we'd go there for picnics, dreaming about our future, sharing plans for the life we wanted to build together. I walked along the paths, remembering the laughter and the dreams we shared. But now, standing there alone, it all felt hollow. If I'd known back then that a day would come when I'd return here alone, it would have seemed impossible. Sarah's words echo in my mind. You've always been the best father to Emily. But now it feels like that was just a way for her to justify everything. How long did she know? Did any of her friends know and keep it from me? Memories flooded back, like in 2018, when her friend Caitlin would visit us during the holidays. They'd disappear together for hours, just catching up, or so I thought. Now I wonder if they were talking about things I'd never have learned on my own. I remember another moment, during the pandemic in 2020. One night in June, after a night shift, I came home and found Sarah on the phone with someone. she said it was. Just a coworker. And like a fool, I believed her. Looking back now, I feel like I missed a chance to discover the truth. It hurts to think that I might have just been a convenient father for Emily, with no truth, no say in the reality I was living. And worse yet, I'm afraid Sarah doesn't feel even a hint of remorse. Her calmness is what tears me apart the most. I keep asking myself, does she really think it doesn't matter? Or was this just a calculated game where I was only a pawn? Today, I decided to consult a lawyer. He advised me to consider my options regarding divorce and custody. Honestly, I don't even know what I want more, to find the truth and try to resolve things peacefully, or to start fighting to see Emily as often as I can. I'm caught between two painful choices. Each day, it feels like I'm sinking deeper into this chaos, like a bottomless pit. And worst of all, I still don't know if Sarah even considers this betrayal, or if I was just someone she relied on for convenience. Reddit comments lost with no map. It's a living hell when you start doubting even your own memories. I think you're doing the right thing by seeing a lawyer. I hope he can help you figure this out. Brighter days in sight. She was clearly playing you. You need protection. Sarah used you as a fallback. My heart goes out to you. Always rooting for dads. Stay strong, brother. It seems like she was cold-hearted, but you're the real father to Emily. Now it's important to understand what you want for yourself and for her. Uncover the truth. Your story hits hard. Such indifference from someone close to you is the worst. I suggest taking a break and giving yourself time. Rushing into decisions could hurt you. Hello, Reddit. Another tough week has passed. It's October 23rd now, and I feel like I'm in a war zone. The more I dig into this, the more memories and events resurface, bringing nothing but pain and disappointment. I once fought for this family, believing that Sarah and I could build something real. But now that she's shown her true colors, I'm facing a choice I never imagined I'd have to make. This whole week, I tried to focus on work, but every minute felt heavy. My thoughts kept drifting back to Emily, our trips to her favorite little cafe on the edge of town, Little Corner Cafe. We'd go there every Sunday, ordering her favorite hot chocolate with marshmallows, and she'd smile as she helped me color her drawing books. Thinking of those moments now, it feels like I'm losing a piece of myself. The question haunts me, can I really walk away from this child, even knowing she isn't biologically mine? This isn't just a choice for me, it's torture. Last night, I tried talking to Sarah again. Around 9 p.m., after Emily went to bed, we sat in the kitchen and began our conversation. I asked her straight out if she was ready to answer my questions honestly. Her expression stayed cold, almost mocking, or so it seemed. "Do you really think this will change anything?" she said, chuckling softly. To her, this means nothing. She just stared at me with such indifference that it broke me all over again. She thinks I'm overreacting, that my emotional turmoil is absurd. That conversation was the last straw. After that, I got in my car and drove without a destination. Around 2 a.m., I found myself near the old bridge on 6th Avenue. In the dark, I looked out at the night landscape, wondering if there was any hope left that I could find peace again. That bridge is one of the places I used to take Emily to sit and watch the water, telling her stories about ships and river journeys. But now I stood there alone, feeling completely broken, not knowing if there was any point in going back. I realized now that I might have to fight for Emily in court, because I'm the one who raised her and loved her. But I fear Sarah will use that against me, that she won't let me stay in Emily's life. My lawyer said it's complicated because, legally, I don't have rights to her. But I can't imagine letting her go. 2 days ago, I made a decision. I won't let Sarah take away my right to be part of Emily's life. If I have to go to court, I will. If I have to fight, I won't back down. I can't keep living in constant pain and uncertainty. Maybe it's wrong, but I see no other way. Reddit comments struggling single dad. Stay strong, man. You still have a chance to be with Emily. She'll always love you, no matter what Sarah says. The fight is worth it. Hopeful Hearts 12. She has no right to take your child away. How can someone be so indifferent? I'm here for you all the way. Bridgewalker. That bridge is a powerful metaphor, brother. Maybe it's time to leave the past and move forward. If you love Emily, do whatever it takes to stay in her life. Faithful and furious. Sarah's response is just awful. If she truly loved you, she'd respect your feelings. You deserve the truth and a chance to be happy.